Hi, this is Sonakshi Sinha and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon. And I just want to say this, keep on watching.
We have with us beautiful Sonakshi Sinha. Our movie is coming up, Khandaani Shafakhana. We'll talk about what exactly is in the movie that makes it so unusual. Pleasure having you back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to be back.
The moment I saw the promo, my first reaction was that it's an unusual subject.
For me.
For you, yeah.
Yeah. For everyone, I think it is definitely an unusual subject, and I think that's the beauty of it. Right. That is what it's a subject that should be spoken about, but is not. It's a subject that has become taboo in our society, but that's what we're talking about in the film. That why has it become taboo? Because that is the reason why you and I are even here today, which is sex. And why can't we talk about something that is a fact of life openly, like we talk about other things?
Right. So इस तरीके की फिल्मों में होता क्या है, अगर हम प्रोमो से अगर देख कर बात करें तो एक बहुत ही थिन लाइन होती है that maybe it can go wrong or maybe if it goes right it can go right really well. It can be borderline cheap, it can get into a vulgar space, but I think full props to my director Shilpi Dasgupta for that. She's the first woman director that I'm working with in my career of 9 years. That's interesting. Yeah, it was so refreshing and I feel like the sensibility and the sensitivity with which she handled this subject, she's just made a beautiful film and I'm so proud to be a part of it. Right, and you are having Anu Kapoor, and the moment Anu Kapoor comes on the picture and you're reminded of his fantastic performance in Vicky Dona. Yeah. And so how was the experience of working with Anu Kapoor? Great. I think he's somebody that we've watched growing up, and in so many movies, his shows, and he's such a fine actor, and it was really great to have him play this role because I think he was apt for it. Exactly. He's playing the lawyer. मामा जी के लॉयर जो उनकी वसीयत मेरे नाम करते हैं एंड ही इज़ द वन हु इज़ इन चार्ज ऑफ मेकिंग श्योर कि बेबी बेदी को खानदानी शफाखाना मिल जाए. So he's having a bigger role or it's like a smaller role? No, he's a very integral part of the film, and maybe he stands for baby Bedi whenever she needs him, and I think every character has a wonderful role to play in the film. Baby Bedi नाम ही ऐसा लगता है कि that ये नाम याद रहेगा. ये नाम जो है आगे भी चलने वाला है. Because बहुत सी फिल्में ऐसी होती हैं कि वो काफ़ी लंबा उनका अरसे तक वो याद रखी जाती हैं. और ऐसा बहुत ही ऑब्वियस है कि आपने बहुत एंजॉय किया है इस फिल्म को और बहुत ही कन्विक्शन से आपने बहुत ही ये निभाने की आपने कोशिश करी. बहुत ही ज़्यादा. इनफैक्ट जब ये फिल्म आई थी मेरे पास वन लाइनर जब सुना था मैंने तो जो कि था एक लड़की है जिसको सेक्स क्लिनिक मिल जाता है उसकी वसीयत मामा जी की वसीयत में. सो आई थॉट व्हाई आर दे इवन अप्रोचिंग मी विद दिस फिल्म, क्योंकि अगर आप मेरा ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड देखें तो मैं सिर्फ ऐसी फिल्में करती हूँ जो मैं खुद अपने परिवार के साथ देख पाऊँ एंड आई डू ओनली फैमिली फिल्म्स. सो द फर्स्ट थॉट इन माई माइंड वाज दैट व्हाई आर दे अप्रोचिंग मी विद सच अ सब्जेक्ट एंड सच अ बोल्ड सब्जेक्ट. क्या होगा, कैसे होगा? व्हेन आई हर्ड द स्क्रिप्ट मुझे लगा कि ऐसी फिल्में ही करनी चाहिए जो which talk about such important and such relevant topics in today's day and age. And जो content है इसमें आजकल content driven films इतनी ज़्यादा चल रही हैं, बहुत appreciate हो रही है. This is one of those films which has great content, talks about something that is that needs to be spoken about, or and is done in a very beautiful manner, not in a preachy way. हम ज्ञान कुछ नहीं दे रहे लोगों को, बस थोड़ा बहुत सोचने पे मजबूर कर रहे हैं. Comedy है, emotions है, और and it will make you think about certain things. So I think it's a great combination and a great package. जैसे आपने कहा content driven films की बात करें तो उसमें writing बहुत important होती है. बहुत ही ज़्यादा. तो और because I think जो dialogues हैं या तो they can make the film or they can break the film. Absolutely. So अगर आप कुछ writing promo से I personally am quite interested. तो आप बताना चाहें तो. Writer Gautam Mehra has written the film and he's done such a fabulous job. I think जो flavor of the film है ना उन्होंने इतनी अच्छी तरह से पकड़ा है and I feel an actor's job is half done in the writing stage only. अगर एक कैरेक्टर अच्छे से लिखा गया हो, वेल डिफाइंड, कहानी अच्छी से लिखी गई हो, दैट जस्ट मेक्स आवर लाइफ सो मच ईजियर, क्योंकि हमें सिर्फ वो एक वो खांचा मिल जाता है कि हम इस पे वर्क करें, एक फ्रेमवर्क मिल जाता है. एंड ही इज़ डन सच अ फैबुलस जॉब. आई थिंक हिम, शिल्पी, मृगदीप, एवरीवन टुगेदर, दे जस्ट गेव दिस फिल्म रियल लाइफ. जैसे मैं आपसे जिक्र कर रहा था कि कलंक मुझे आपका काम बहुत पसंद आया. वी कुड नॉट मीट आफ्टर दैट, बट एक चीज़ ये सामने आती है कि दैट आपके अंदर एक बहुत ही हंगर बहुत है, बहुत भूख है आपके अंदर एक अच्छे काम करने की और कुछ ऐसा काम करने की जो कि विच गोज़ बियॉन्ड what is expected from Sonakshi Sinha in terms of song and dance and hardcore commercial masala that you are associated with. कितना आपके लिए important है?
Very important.
वो एक भूख को जिंदा रखना.
मुझे लगता है कि हर चीज़ करनी चाहिए. एंड मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि आई एम वन ऑफ दोज एक्टर्स दैट व्हेन अ फिल्म मेकर थिंक्स कि चलो एक दबंग बनाए तो सोनाक्षी को ले सकते हैं, अगर एक लुटेरा बनाए तो सोनाक्षी को ले सकते हैं, अगर एक खानदानी खाना बनाए तो सोनाक्षी को ले सकते हैं. या सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी दैट आई बीन एबल टू क्रिएट दैट स्पेस फॉर माई सेल्फ. एंड भूख तो रहनी ही चाहिए. आई थिंक इनफैक्ट मैं अभी भी अगर कोई भी फिल्म शुरू होने वाली होती है आई अप्रोच इट कि वो मेरी पहली फिल्म है. I think that's what keeps my enthusiasm for my work and that hunger alive. I still want to learn. I'm not in that. I don't never want to get into that space कि हाँ मैंने इतना काम कर लिया अब मुझे सब पता है. That is the downfall of any actor, I believe. The learning process should never end, and I feel that I continue to learn. Everybody I meet today, I meet a technician, I meet a director, I meet a co-actor, I meet a journalist. Somebody has something to teach you at all given points of time. You should always just grasp that and learn from that. And if that stops now, then you're in danger.
ऑलराइट. सो जैसे अगर हम लोग भूख की बात करें, द सेम टाइम जो मैंने एक चीज़ ऑब्जर्व करी है आप में, बिकॉज आपके बहुत से शोज़ मैंने कवर करे हैं कि आप जो हैं रियली इंजॉय करते हो उस प्रोसेस. You really are a very happy person from within.
Yeah.
I've spoken to you right before going on the stage.
Yeah.
वो enjoy करना कितना ज़रूरी है उस पूरे प्रोसेस को?
I think जब तक आप enjoy नहीं करो then work feels like work. You have to enjoy what you're doing, and then it stops feeling like work. I think it's very important to me to enjoy the process. You've met me before my stage shows. Performing on stage is my favorite part of my profession for me. I think I love being on stage. I love performing. I love dancing. I love the audience. You know, that energy that I get in a stadium full of people. I love that. So I really enjoy myself, and I think कोई भी काम करो ना, अगर आप enjoy नहीं करोगे तो कोई फायदा ही नहीं है.
Rapid fire with Sonakshi Sinha. What's the weirdest myth that you heard about sex?
Weirdest myth that you've heard about sex? I think, oh God. Yeah, that babies are born with the stalk comes and leaves the baby to your parents.
What's that one thing everyone should know about sex but they don't know?
I think there's lots of things. I think, first of all, I believe that sex education should be introduced very early on in school for kids, because how we guide them with other subjects, I think this should also be taught, and they should know about it. So I think that is very important.
What is the stupidest rumor that you've heard about yourself?
Stupidest rumor is I was shooting in Chandigarh actually, and I read in the paper that I was inside a salon in Mumbai which got demolished while I was inside it. So basically, I have died in Bombay somewhere, and while I'm shooting in Chandigarh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, if Baby Bedi's sex clinic were to have a tagline, what would it be?
बात तो करो.
बात तो करो.
Yeah. That is actually her tagline, because she's encouraging people to talk about it. Why doesn't anyone talk about their disorders?
बात तो करो. Okay, that's interesting. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
Oh God. What would I have done? Probably broken into some place that's closed at night, where I really want to go.
Okay, would you rather? Would you rather go 30 days without your phone or your entire life without desert?
Oh God. I think I'll give up the desert.
Would you rather reverse one decision you make every day or be able to stop time for 2 minutes every day?
Oh, no, I'll reverse the decision if I have to.
Would you rather live one life that lasts 1,000 years or live 10 lives that last 100 years each?
That I'd live 10 lives that last 100 years.
Great. All right. Quick replies in one word, please. What, according to you, is your most challenging role so far? Apart from Khandaani Shafakhana.
Akira.
What's the funniest nickname you have ever been called by?
Oh, Son Papadi, Son Tups, by my director of Happy Phir Bhag Jayegi, Mudassar. He used to call me Son Tups, and we were very irritated with him.
Which, according to you, is the most common sex problem?
Most common sex problem. Not being able to discuss openly what your partner wants, I guess. I think that's a problem in itself.
All right, if you can rate yourself in following things out of 10, please. Sex appeal.
Oh, sex appeal. How can I rate myself on my own sex appeal? That's so like pompous. I'll pass this question.
Okay, driving.
Driving, 8.5.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. I'm wise beyond my years. 11.
All right, acting.
Acting, there's always scope for improvement, and I always want to improve, so I think about 8.
Dancing.
Dancing, 8.
Sense of humor.
10.
Singing.
Singing, 8.
All right.
I'm being very like diplomatic.
We'd like to just find out that how much do you know
Okay.
your own social media handles.
Huh.
So how many followers do you have on Twitter right now?
On Twitter, I think 14 million or something.
Right, 14.5.
14.5, okay.
How many people do you follow on Twitter?
On Twitter, I don't know how many people I follow. I think 100 or something.
Should I give you options?
Yeah.
60, 64, 70, 74.
70,
74.
74, okay, fine.
On which social media platform do you have more followers, Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram.
That's correct. What does your Twitter bio read?
Shotgun Junior.
All right.
All my bios read that.
How many people you follow on Instagram?
I don't know, 185.
Yeah, but it's like between, we had the options 130 to 170, 150 to 170, 170 to 200. So you're right.
Yeah, awesome.
Now it's time for the fan questions that Sonakshi has been
Yay,
eagerly waiting for.
my favorite.
Let's try and take as many as we can.
Yeah.
Yashraj from
Yashraj,
Kolhapur.
Ghorpade, yes.
A big Sonakshian fan. What was the toughest part while shooting for Khandaani Shafakhana?
The toughest part was there are certain lines and certain dialogues that were to be said very with a very straight face. I think that would have been very challenging for me to do, and I did it, and I'm very proud of myself for that.
We can see a few of those, I think, in the promo as well.
Yeah, you can.
Pew from Delhi, did you feel hesitant at first before saying yes to this subject? What was your first reaction when you were offered the script?
Yeah, my first reaction was, why are they approaching me with a film like this? But when I heard the script, I was like, I have to do a film like this.
This is Ayan Baral from Kolkata. What is Sonakshi's next film with Akshay Kumar? Akshay या सलमान मजा किसके साथ काम करने में ज़्यादा है? आप बहुत sweet हो.
Oh, that's sweet of him. My next film with Akshay is The Mission Mangal, which is just around the corner again, August 15th release.
Right.
And I enjoy working with both of them, and I can't take one person's name because the other person's fans will start bashing me. So, no thank you.
This is Ashweta from Auckland. You've always wanted to work with a female director. How was the experience working with Shilpi Das Gupta?
It was fantastic. It was so refreshing, and she's such a wonderful human being. I really want to work with her again and again and again.
Mohit Sangwan from Hyderabad. How is the Dabangg 3 different from Dabangg 1 and 2?
It has to be different, otherwise why will we make the same film again? It's very different. I think the thing with Dabangg is that with every part we try and give the audiences something new. But of course, because they are characters that have been so accepted and like so loved, like Chulbul, Rajo, Makhi, everyone, characters remain the same, just what is happening around them keeps changing.
And I believe Salman Khan is playing a 20-year-old as well in certain portions.
It does go into the prequel, so I'm going to keep the rest of it under wraps for now and not give out too much information. But yes, it's prequel as well.
Because I think the way he is posting all these pictures and videos, he has lost weight and he's looking simply amazing.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He works so hard and it's so inspiring to see that.
Dabangg is something which must be very, very close to your heart.
Of course, closest.
December is going to be like a big
yeah,
Hungama.
it is actually. And fun fact for you, Dabangg was my first film. Dabangg 3 will be my Silver Jubilee film,
25th film.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like literally life has come a full circle.
And let me plug it in that we were the ones who did the first video interview with Sonakshi
Yeah.
Sinha. That was in Colombo
And
during
IFA, yeah, oh my God.
And and now we're doing interview for this film and
Wow.
for Dabangg as well. So that's
Absolutely.
wonderful. This is Divija from Delhi. How was your experience working with Varun Dhawan for the first time, and do you want to work with him again?
Absolutely. I think Varun's been a friend of mine for so many years, and I was really happy that we got to do a film together, even though we didn't have scenes together in the film. And so next one, hopefully, I would love to do like an all-out Jack masala dancey film with Varun, because every time we meet also, and sometimes we discuss it. He says that if we do a dance number, we'll kill it, na?
Right. Yeah. And I think both of you, in a way, you're from the same school.
Yeah,
Inherently,
absolutely. That
the
commercials,
Masi commercials.
Indian Masis, yeah,
Ji.
zone.
Sanmaya Srivastava from Bihar. We love your friendship with Siddharth Malhotra. I hope it won't change with clash of your films. Well, have you watched the trailer of Jabariya Jodi? If yes, how is it? So I think both the films
Not
are
at
coming
all.
together.
I think why should a friendship change based on when a film is releasing? Now I don't think any film is getting a solo release, because there's so many films coming out, and everyone is clashing with someone or the other.
Right.
But I wish them also all the very best, and both the films are very different. I'm sure they'll both find an audience for themselves, and Sid has done so well. I love his accent in Jabariya Jodi, and he's done really well. So him and Pari both. So I'm looking forward to watching their film as well.
This is Bhushan from Akola. We love your Jodi with Akshay Kumar sir, and super excited to see you with him again in Mission Mangal. Do you both have scenes together in the movie?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we do. We are all playing scientists who send the satellite to Mars, and it's a very special, very different film. So
This is Swati from Delhi. What was a scene on Khandaani Shafakhana sets that you will never forget?
oh yes, the most embarrassing scene I think of my life. So you've seen it in the trailer also, and there's me in the middle of sitting on a cycle rickshaw with a mic in my hand and loudspeakers, and a board behind me, big board with sex written in bold letters on my head. And this was shot in a market in Amritsar. And mind you, there were no junior artists. It was all real people in the market, and this
My
was
God.
a crowd of like I think thousands of people. And I'm in the middle, and I'm shouting the names of all these sexual disorders on the loudspeaker, and I'm like, oh man, Bhagwan kidhar aa gaye? But honestly, that's what it struck me, that this is what the film is about. Why should I be embarrassed talking about?
Baat to karo.
Yeah, exactly. Baat to karo. So why should I be embarrassed talking about something that you shouldn't be embarrassed about?
Right. अमृतसर में तो खैर स्टैम्पीड होना ही था. लॉस एंजलिस में वॉक ऑफ फेम पे जब स्टैम्पीड हो सकता है सोनाक्षी सिन्हा के लिए, जो कि हम लोगों ने एक्सपीरियंस किया हुआ
Oh
है.
God.
So
That
I
was a
think
fun.
Amritsar
That
to-
was a fun day. Yeah.
Habiba from Burma. What do you think is the biggest change in you from when you started acting to now?
I just feel like I've grown as a person also, and as an actor also. I think you change. Whatever I've learned on the job through experience. So like I said, my learning process is still on. Whatever new I learn, I think that changes me in some way. I feel I've become, I don't know. Yeah, in that way, I think I've just grown.
This is Mohammad Sardar from Kurdistan, Iraq. What makes Sonakshi Sinha choose the script or reject them?
I'm very instinctive actually when it comes to choosing a film. सबसे पहला question मेरे दिमाग में आता है कि क्या मैं ये फिल्म अपने फैमिली के साथ देख पाऊंगी या नहीं.
जी.
So that is very important to me. I want to be a part of films which everybody can sit with their family and watch. And other than that, I think I'm very instinctive. If I feel that I will be able to do justice to this character, I would love to do the film. I have to react to it while it's being narrated to me or while I'm reading it. I have to feel certain emotions and all. If I don't, then and it's a very instant process. हाँ तो हाँ, वही के वही हो जाएगा. हाँ या ना.
This is Alisha Singh from Sydney, Australia. What has been your biggest obstacle in your career, and how did you overcome that obstacle?
I think initially when I started doing a certain kind of films, everybody used to say, oh, you're stereotyping yourself, or you're typecasting yourself, you're only doing one kind of roles. I don't look at it as an obstacle, because honestly for me that is what gave me the confidence or gave me the position to shoulder films on my own. So for me it was a very positive thing. That was the chatter that was around, that was what people were talking about. So I think that was an obstacle in a way that I had to overcome, and that actually happened when I started doing films that, you know, with the title roles and with female protagonists in the film. So I think that was how I broke out of it. And like I said earlier, like I'm very happy that I'm today in a position where a filmmaker can put me in any kind of film that they're making.
This is Mohammed Hassan from Saudi Arabia. Does she really get silent when her father says khamosh?
No. At home, I think I'm the one saying khamosh more than anyone else.
This is Ayu from Indonesia. What is the reason for us to watch Khandaani Shafakhana? I see a lot of positive responses.
Yeah, the response has honestly been like so positive overall. I'm so happy with you know, the responses that are coming in. Just the fact that it's an entertaining film talking about a very relevant subject and not in a preachy manner. It'll entertain you and it'll get you to think. So I think it's a double whammy in that way, and it's great content more than anything else. So that's reason enough.
This is Sarah from England. Would you like to work with Tiger Shroff? If so, what genre?
Oh yeah, that'll be cool. Probably dance or action, either one.
Yeah, I think it does both.
Be fab.
And you do both. Yeah.
I actually had more action, yeah, because he's too good a dancer.
This is Cassandra, Providence, US.
Oh.
What was a fun memory from working with Madhuri Dixit and cast in Kalank? Much love.
Unfortunately, like, this is biggest complaint from Kalank is that I didn't have any scene with Madhuri ma'am. But the fact that I was in the same film as her is like the most amazing thing ever for me. She's such a beautiful person. She's such an amazing human being. She's such a legendary actress. I respect her so much. I love her work, and for me, just being a part of the same film was like, wow.
It was a film that was mounted, I think, on a huge scale.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you guys must be having a lot of expectations as well. When such a film does not do well, how do you cope with the instant responses and the immediate period that is there after that?
I think by the time a film releases, you have already, as an actor, moved on to your next project. You're already working on something. All your positive energy and all is putting your best into the next one. Obviously, as a person who's connected to a film, you feel bad when it doesn't do well at the box office, because why do you make a film? Not so that you can sit at home and watch it on TV with your family. You want everybody to watch it. You want people to go. You want the numbers to come in. And when they don't happen, you obviously do feel disappointed. But such is life. I mean, a film's fate is entirely up to the audience. Today, you can never say. Certain examples of films, I mean, where films are horrible, but they do like so good at the box office. Certain films are so good, but they don't make numbers. I'll give you an example of my own film, Lutera. Such beautiful films, and you know, they probably don't do that well at the box office at all. So you can never tell what the audiences accept or what they reject, and that is how it is. So it's better to just not dwell on it and move on.
But some films, I think they last longer than their release period. Lutera, I think, celebrated 6th
years,
anniversary recently, and it was celebrated. This is Rizwan Amir from Aligarh. When you will work with SRK, we want together do a film.
I would love to. I think next time Shah Rukh comes on your show, you should ask him this, Farid.
Okay. This is Chetan. Actually, I'm a big fan of Hrithik and Sonakshi, and I would love to see them in a movie. Will you please ask her, is any movie script was received in past with Hrithik? In one article, she said she wanna love to work with Hrithik in a dance-cum-action movie.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm also asking the same question. When will I be seen in a film with Hrithik? In fact, the other day I was telling someone that I wish Hrithik did more films. Like, he does one film in like 2 years, I'm guessing. Nah, 2-3 years, one film comes, and I'm like, I wish he starts doing more films so that I get a chance to work with him soon.
Even his fans want him to do more films. This is Sonia from Singapore. Did you have to ask or consider your family's opinions on Khandaani Shafakhana because of the topic being such a taboo?
My dad actually doesn't really interfere much, and you know, he's always given me the freedom to choose my own films, and the end decision is always mine. The first person who came to my mind was my mom while reading the subject. Like, Mummy, kya sochegi? So, and honestly, like, I was really scared that she might not be comfortable with it, or she might not like it. But when she also heard the script, she was like, हाँ, ये तो बहुत अच्छी film है, करनी चाहिए. And that really gave me the confidence, you know, to be able to go ahead and actually do it.
This is Piyu from Delhi. Which is another unusual or taboo subject you would want to do a movie on?
I don't know. I can't really think of anything at the top of my head right now.
And if you can please talk about Badshah and Varun Sharma,
Varun,
your co-actors. Badshah is having a pretty interesting situation and problem
He
in the movie as well.
does have a problem which he needs to treat, and which is why he comes to Baby Beddi. And I think it's really brave of a guy like Badshah to take up a role like this, and I think he's done a phenomenal job with it. It's his first film, and I remember 3 years back he had called me to ask me for advice on acting, and he told me, "Kya mujhe offers aa rahe, act karu kya, Sona, tell me." And all. I was like, and I always believe that you should always expand your horizons. You should do more things than you're already doing. And I really encouraged him, and I'm really happy that finally when it happened, he's making his debut in my film, and he's done a fabulous job. Varun is an amazing guy. He's such a cool person to have around you because he's so positive, always making people laugh, and we just had a blast on the set. I didn't know him from before this, but we met on this set only, and we like instantly hit it off, and that like kind of resulted in the chemistry also of the brother sister that you see on screen. It was just a pleasure working with him. He's so naturally funny that he just lends so much to a character.
And do we see some dance happening on a Badshah number?
Coca.
Is there anything else that can be coming in the...
No, as of now, Coca is the promotional track that we've done, and Badshah's rapped, and Jessie G has sung it again, and I think it's a fabulous foot tapping number, and I too love the song, so yeah.
Alright, so Sonakshi Sinha, lovely talking to you once again, and congratulations for Khandaani Shafakhana. Looks interesting for sure. And we would love to just go and watch this movie, because honestly I tell you, there are certain movies कि वो आपको promo देके आपको एक feel रहता है कि ये मुझको भी देखना है. Certain pictures तो हम लोग कब Friday होता है गुजर जाता है हम लोग पता नहीं चलता.
Yeah, that's true.
But this one looks like this, and I'm
so happy to hear that. Thank you.
Honestly. So congratulations and all the best wishes.
Thank you very much.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Keep on watching. I love saying that. Hi, this is Sonakshi Sinha, and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon. And I just want to say this, keep on watching.